Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm KandyCorpse and you can call me Kay, and today we are going to be looking at some more paranormal evidence. I haven't done one of these videos in a bit. I haven't done a video in general in a bit. I said I was going to post more and I meant it, and then like my cats broke my foot. I got sick. Shit was going on with my job. You know, there was just a lot going on, but now that I do have a little more time, trying to post a little bit more, but I just gotta find that energy, you know what I'm saying? This is also the first time I've had energy to do my makeup in a while. Every once in a while I'll do a little bit, like a little mascara, maybe a little eyeliner, but I never do a lip. I don't do like full face because I don't like the feeling of anything on like my skin, but I'll do my eyes and I'll do my lips sometimes. It's not great, but I did post a tutorial on TikTok. The lip combo was added. The lip wasn't in the original video that the person had asked about, but if you want to check that out, that'll be on my TikTok. Anyway, like I said, today we're going to be looking at some paranormal evidence. I did click them and open them in a few tabs before actually like starting recording. I didn't really examine them. I just went to the r/paranormal subreddit and I went to top for this week. This subreddit is the r/paranormal subreddit, and the description is literally just r/paranormal is a space dedicated to all things paranormal. It was created July 10th, 2008. It currently has 1.2 million users in this subreddit. And it's in the top 1% ranked by size is what it says. So yeah, so I clicked on the top one for this week and I'm going to put it right here so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. Polaroid picture of a friend. Face seems to be peeking out behind her. Everybody was behind the cameraman. Nobody was behind her. The only people in the house were crowded around the camera person. The only editing here is the face blur. Unedited cropped pic is second picture. The area behind her is in the third pic. I'm shorter than the Polaroid photographer. The coat on the door hanger is behind the girl's shoulder. In the Polaroid, it doesn't make sense for the angle. You can tell by the square detailing on the doors to gauge height of each thing. We really can't explain this. Thought you might like it. So let me just see. So ew, I don't know what that is. If that's a face, dude is ugly. I shouldn't be judging. If I saw that, I'd poop myself. I don't even know what it is. It could just be like a coat or something. I don't know, but I would like actually freak out because why are you standing behind me? Like, not even just like, oh my god, it's something like, that's gross. Sorry, I feel, no, I would definitely be like, I would be looking over my shoulder nonstop for days if I saw something like that. That's the door handle. Yeah, that's like up by your head. That's like, you can kind of see, ew, you can kind of see where it was like her head is kind of, because she's forward, it looks like she kind of like similar to this. Like if I were back up against the fridge, my head would not be above like the separation line here, but because I'm like the optical illusion of it, but whatever's behind her or like peeking over the side is either really fucking small and like peeking over her shoulder, or it's something that's like more of a normal sized person. Proportions look a little weird and they're like back behind the door frame. That's a little uncomfy. Let's see what the comments say. Like, I'm gonna leave I'm gonna leave the second picture because I want to make you uncomfortable. Let me look at him, so sweet, so sweet. Let me see. I misread and was looking for a fried face. Was almost too afraid to look. I guess there was, they must have edited it, but I guess there was like a typo and everyone was like, what do you mean like fry? Everyone's like, did they like get burned or something? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that seems to be like what all the comments are about. So I'm gonna move to the next one. I'm gonna say creepy factor. Nailed it. Super creepy. 5 out of 5 creepy stars. Believability, I'm gonna put that at like 2 stars just because it is possible that it was something like you know, caught, but at the same time, it could be some sort of optical illusion. It could be like, I don't know, could be something. It's just a picture, so it's kind of hard for, I don't know, maybe I'll put it at a 3, like a 2.5 or a 3 for like believability, but like creepiness, 5. So number 2 is titled, he likes attention too, but he likes to be bad. That's how he gets his attention. Look at him reaching. You can't have my camera. This one's called Nephew in a Pumpkin, and it reads, a few years ago, my sister's friend took this picture on Halloween. My sister was ducked behind the baby to the right to hold it steady, and no one saw anything coming from the pumpkin on the left. It wasn't until they looked at the pictures afterwards and they noticed it and almost deleted it, but didn't because it looked like the baby was looking at something. This is an interesting picture that I can't forget about. Nothing odd has happened since, but the pic remains an object of interest. I just want to share this with the group. So I'm gonna say personally it's either an edited pic, which is 100% what it looks like to me. It looks like someone's playing a prank on OP if they're not in on it. I personally think the pic looks edited, but if not, then it's some sort of a thing with the camera. Maybe it moved, I don't know, but I personally think the picture looks edited. Creepiness factor, 1 out of 5, not creepy. Believability factor, 1 out of 5, not believable at all. And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Pictures right here. You guys can let me know what you think. But let me see what the comments have to say. Someone said the picture looks like it's from the 1980s, not a few years ago, which, yeah, it does. But it does say Polaroid, so. Someone said that's interesting. If there's a light source inside the pumpkin, that could be an explanation. Exposure, like, causing the blur. So that's kind of a thing that people are discussing. Someone else said that it's weird that the coloring of the blurred section is the same color as the pumpkin, which is the other thing that I'm saying too. And there's also that straight line, like, I don't know. Someone said, as a photographer, this is simply an example of a slow shutter speed. Cool photo, but nothing paranormal. So yeah, Reddit agrees. This is a flop. This is not scary. This is not paranormal. But it could be that OP believes it, but we do not. We, the people of Reddit, do not. So this last one, I guess there's 5 pictures. So I'm assuming it like zooms in on something, but it says Old Melbourne Goal Ghost. Oh, this description is long. My family and I visited the Old Melbourne Goal in December 2019. I took this photo of my children. It's cropped to not identify my kids. At the time, we kind of wondered about the strange looking figure in the background, but didn't think too much of it. The topic came up a few days ago, and my daughter was telling me about cell 17, most haunted cell, and how the person in the photo was outside of cell 17. She was convinced it also looked like he was wearing a mask that prisoners wore when being hung. She since visited with school and learned more about the history. This conversation prompted me to go back and find the original unedited. I used filters and LR, and I was actually shocked at how creepy the figure was when I zoomed in. Definitely looks to be wearing some type of long cloth mask with eye holes. Then I found photos online showing the clothing that the prisoners wore to the gallows, and it looks like this is what the person could be wearing. One of the most compelling things that my daughter pointed out, that I am always very careful to not get people in the background of my photos if possible. It's kind of weird that if this person was there, that I wouldn't have waited for them to move or at least be hidden from view. I took a photo of my husband and son, the exact same spot seconds before. There's nobody in the background. What do you think? Did we capture something paranormal? So the first picture being right here, let's take a look. I'm assuming it's the person up in the corner that they're talking about. Sorry, I just like have an itch. My hair like got me. Anyway, second picture. Oh, it is super zoomed in. I mean, it kind of looks like that, but it's also super grainy. It could be a mask. My other thing is it could just be like an old man who like kind of poked his head around the corner and then was like, oh shit, and like pulled his head back. That's just an even more zoomed in one. This is a picture of the cloth that they would wear on their way to the gallows, and another picture of what they would be wearing. I'd say creepiness factor, I'd say like a 4. well, I'm not really creeped out by that as much. I'd say that's more of a 3.5 stars as far as creepiness. As far as believability goes, I'm also gonna say about a 3, just because it is interesting, it makes you wonder, but again, with it being blurry and, you know, all the different things mentioned, I do think that it's possible. Hello, Theodore. With everything mentioned, I do think that it is completely possible that it could just be someone like leaning in, like maybe, you know, they didn't see them, someone on a tour or exploring, you know, whatever, and then they saw that they were taking pictures and then like leaned away. That's kind of more what I'm thinking. So yeah, I'd say that believability about a 3, and I'd say creepiness is also probably about a 3, because I'm not super creeped out by it. I'd say it's like in the middle. Apparently Reddit disagrees. Top comment says that this is terrifying, and if it's not a mannequin, it's the best evidence they've seen. If not a man in a mask, quote, sorry, I'm a big believer, I have to consider that, of course, and some very good and creepy evidence. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's not like a person in a mask, or honestly just like weird camera, because like cameras don't capture pictures perfectly. Like even newer phones, if something's super far away, like that picture is super zoomed in, like super zoomed in. The original picture, I think she posted the original in the comments, and she's just like cut it so you can't see. Yeah, it's right here, and she just cut it so her kids' faces aren't in it. You can see how far that is. That is far away. I think it's possible that, I don't think it's edited, but I do think that it's probably an actual person that they just didn't notice at the time, or it could be something, but genuinely I think that that's a person. And I agree, like I believe in the paranormal. I've definitely seen things, heard things, felt things, had experiences that I genuinely cannot explain, but my very first thing is like, what can be explained? But they say that there's no one there, so I mean, all we have is to trust the OP, you know what I mean? Well, anyway, it looks like the comments agree that this one is super believable, super terrifying. I don't think it's as scary as the first one. I feel like the first one's a little more creepy to me, but maybe it's because it's in a home where people live, and that's a little more scary. But that being said, let me know what you guys think down below. This is just going to be, oh my god. Look at him. Tayman. They all joined in this video, and I think Alvin was over here. I'm gonna close this because they're about to start clicking some more buttons. Anyway, they are getting really, oh goodness, boy fell. They are getting super crazy. So peace out, see you guys later in the next video.